Hi Capricorn, this is Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot. I am a Libra Sun, Capricorn Rising, Sagittarius Moon. I am in Carmel, Indiana. If you've been here before, welcome. If you're new to the channel, welcome. What I normally do is let flip, fly, or fall anywhere from 5 to 7 tarot cards. Take a look at those and then decide if we are looking at life, love, career, health. And the first card is the Nine of Swords. So, that to me looks like someone who is really feeling sorry for themselves. So let's see what's going on with Capricorns this month. Second half of May. And that one wants to come out. There's been a lot of negative, I feel like there's a lot of negative thoughts that have been cropping up. The Tower in reverse. So, in the Queen of Pentacles. So let me think about that. So, which way do I want it? Fell sideways. A Hierophant. In reverse. All right, what else is going on? And that one wants to come out. The Nine of Pentacles. And that one. All right, let me think about this. So the Nine of Swords in the upright makes me feel like you've had a lot of negative thoughts going on and you're feeling really sorry for yourself, or you have been. The Tower card is in the reverse position. So in the upright, that means that something shook things up, or maybe you've got control over something. Okay. So the first three cards makes me think that these together is you finally got control over your negative thinking about your finances. All right. You finally got control over your negative thinking about your finances. And the Hierophant in reverse, but it feels, honestly, this feels like it needs to go in the upright. And this was sideways, so I'm going to put this in the upright. This is a new spiritual way of thinking about your finances. So that, okay, and then the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff about pentacles here. We have a lot of things about thoughts around money here. We have a new way of thinking about money. And, oh, okay. You used to think you had to work really, 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 really hard for your money. But now you have a new way of thinking about it, and you realize that you don't have to work as hard for your money as much as you just need to let the universe bring it to you. And this totally applies to my Capricorn sign. I get this now because I'll tell you a story. Last week, my emotions have always affected my money negatively. When I sold real estate and I would get in a funk and I didn't want to sell real estate, I didn't want to get out of bed, I didn't feel like lead generating, and I just wasn't doing the things that I needed to do. So every time I would get depressed, I would get I would get freaked out because I would know my money would get tightened up, and that used to just scare the living crap out of me. Well, I don't sell real estate anymore. But sometimes my emotions still get kind of in a funk, and I had a conversation with my friend Claudine the other day, and I was so aggravated. I was like, I'm so mad. I'm like, I've got people that want readings, and I need to do this, and I need to do this, and I need to do this, and here I am. I can't stop crying today. And we started talking about manifesting, and she said, maybe you need to quit worrying about how the money is going to come, and quit worrying that your emotions are going to affect your money negatively, and just know that the money is going to come. And that is exactly what has kind of come out here. You have come to a new way of thinking about how your money is going to come, and you don't have to, you're getting away from that mode of like, oh my God, I got to work in order to bring money. And you're going to start working smarter instead of harder. You figured out a way to work smarter instead of harder. And that way is you are working with the universe now instead of physically working for your money. Okay, that took a long time to come out, but that's what I'm seeing here. Hang on a second. These cards don't belong there. These cards belong over here. Okay, so let me think. Do I want, I don't feel like I want emotions cards on this one. Oh God, sorry. Ugh. I want these angel therapy cards. I don't know why, but this is what's coming out next. Okay, so what question am I asking? So let's just say, what can the Capricorns expect now that they have learned to work smarter for their money and not harder? What can the Capricorns expect now that they have learned to work smarter for their money, not harder? What is on the horizon for Capricorns? That, and that, and that. And these. Nope, not that one. What is on the horizon for Capricorns now that they have learned to work smarter, not harder? Feel like a month or so ago something came up about you guys working more than you should have and doing things for other people that really wasn't your stuff, so you must have figured that out. Goddess, express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. So something that you should know about feminine energy, from what I have learned and that I understand now, is feminine energy draws their stuff to them, where masculine energy are doers. And I was in my masculine energy for a long, long time when I was younger, and I was always trying to make things happen, and things were just not working out very well. And I have not, I'm going to say within the last 2 to 3 months, finally got it into my head that feminine energy works in a different way. And we are receivers. And so you Capricorns have gotten your head wrapped around the receiving mode and just bringing things into you instead of push and trying to make things happen. So that's part of where that work smarter, not harder, is coming in. Archangel Raphael, the healing angel, is with you, supporting your healing work. Perhaps you have started a business where you are helping to heal people, and Archangel Raphael is there helping you grow that business, is the feeling I'm getting with that. Law of attraction, relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of energies. I also feel like you have learned how the law of attraction operates. And the law of attraction is attracting stuff to you, not pushing things away or pushing to make things happen. So when you work with the universe and you work with that attraction stuff, that again goes along with working smarter, not harder. Vacuum away fear. Call upon Archangel Michael and Raphael to lift fear-based energy from you, your surroundings, the situation, and everyone involved. So that just, to me, says that you don't have all of your fears conquered. There may be some negative thoughts that crop up occasionally, and that I think is very normal. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Past life issues. This situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. So probably in the past, you spent a lot of time worrying about your money, and that was a past life thing that got carried into this life with you, and you have just kind of put a lid on that, and that is now something that you have kind of, I feel like that's a thing that you have put to bed. Fears around money for you have changed. Your mental way of thinking and looking at how you receive money has changed. But I will say 90% of that, 95% of that, you're probably still going to have a thing every now and then crop in. But eventually, as you see the universe is bringing stuff to you, you won't be worrying about money anymore at all as you start manifesting it and making it come forward. Awesome. Good for me as a Capricorn. Let me think. What else do they want to say here? For some reason, I feel like I want to say, I want to use the true love cards. I don't know why. Oh, God. I need to ask a question before they go flying out. Okay. So if you're working harder and not smarter, you are going to have more time for yourself. So what is the universe telling you about spending more time on yourself, taking care of yourself, things that you can do to nurture yourself more, because you're not going to be working as hard as you used to be, because the money's just going to be rolling in, and you are going to, one, I feel like that's a two-pronged thing. You're going to get busier, and money is going to get more abundant, and it may make you busier with work, but you're not going to have to work so hard to find the work. I feel like that's what I need to say there. You're not going to have to work as hard as you used to in order to find the work and bring the money in. That doesn't mean you're not going to be busy doing what you do to make the money. So there's still going to be some self-care that's going to be involved here. So this is what the universe has to say about that whole situation. Let me do it on time. That one. All right, let's see what they say. So this is kind of the self-care session part. Compatibility. Okay, so I feel like this is saying one of the things that you need to keep an eye on or be careful with is make sure you are working with people that are compatible with you. And if anybody comes along that is not an energetic match with you, say goodbye to them, because that's only going to suck energy out of you, and you don't have time. You are not going to have time to be hanging out with people that have negative energy, that are not a good fit for you. So you need to just get rid of them altogether. The distorted feminine. How is that coming in? I feel like that's saying, like, don't... Okay, let me think about this. Don't become a distorted feminine. Don't flaunt your feminine. Oh, okay. Don't flaunt your femininity to bring in what you're doing. You don't need to flaunt your femininity. Okay, so what I feel like I'm seeing is like, I feel like you have gotten more in touch with your feminine energy. But that does not mean that you need to run around with your boobs hanging out and showing your femininity to draw in that stuff. And it's like, you're like, almost like, oh, I get it. I need to do this. And like, no, that's not what they're saying is don't go overboard. I feel like is like the feeling I'm getting is you're like going, oh, so this is the ticket. Well, I'm going to turn that up a little bit notch. More is better. They're saying, no, more is not better. You want a balance between feminine and masculine energy. You don't want to overdo either one of them. Okay. Commitment. Oh, this is make a commitment to yourself to make sure that you keep yourself grounded, that you keep yourself, like do spa dates for yourself. Make sure you take care of yourself, because I feel like they are saying that because money is going to be less of an issue, that means you are going to be physically getting busier with work, but you need to still take care of yourself. Schedule a spa date, once a month. Make sure you do your manicures, your pedicures. That's self-care. Make sure you're still putting self-care in your calendar and don't get yourself out of balance. Because if you get busier and people are requesting your services more and more and more, don't put yourself on the back burner and get burnt out. That's not going to be good. The divine masculine. Don't forget to pay attention to your divine masculine if you are married or if you are in a relationship, or if there's any men that, don't get so buried in work that you forget about the men in your life, husband, boyfriend, or even like if you're in the grocery store and you're single and perhaps looking, make sure you have your just be aware. There could be somebody showing some interest to you. Don't discount that. And the last thing is creativity. I feel like that is saying that you are about to come. I feel like that's just saying that you are about to come into a very creative period of time. When money is flowing in, the stress around money is gone, and that leaves time for your mind to free up for creativity. Because I know if I'm stressed about money, all I can think about is like how stressed I am about money and how am I going to pay this bill and how am I going to do this and how am I going to do this. And you're not going to be doing that anymore. So that time and effort and energy that you used to spend on, oh my God, how am I going to pay the rent next month, is going to be gone, and it's going to allow more time for creativity. So I think that is it for Capricorns. I will see you guys June 1st. Bye.